Let's get real. After 60, many men notice changes that are hard to talk about. Weaker erections, numbness or coolness below the waist, less sensitivity, more hesitation and less confidence in the bedroom. Sound familiar? Welcome to Senior Life Plus, the trusted channel where science meets real-life solutions for men over 60. I'm Dr. Moore, with decades of experience working with older men to improve their vitality, confidence, and quality of life. Every day, I meet men who quietly worry about losing the part of themselves that once made them feel alive, confident, and masculine. Morning erections fade, energy drops by noon, and intimacy. It becomes something remembered, not experienced. Here's the truth. These aren't just signs of aging. They're signs of declining circulation, and surprisingly, your breakfast may have more to do with it than you think. But what if I told you it might not be age that's the problem? It could be your breakfast. Think about it. After a night of fasting, your body is looking for fuel. But most men either skip breakfast or grab something quick and sugary, coffee, toast, a donut. And that choice, it's setting your body up for a whole day of sluggish circulation and low performance where it matters most. The good news, you can change it starting tomorrow. And no, I'm not talking about taking pills or buying expensive supplements. I'm talking about simple, everyday foods that you can find in any grocery store, foods that science shows can help restore blood flow, enhance nerve response, and fuel your pelvic muscles. I'll show you what to eat, what to avoid, and how real men over 60 have restored vitality simply by changing their morning plate. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. At Senior Life Plus, we release daily science-based videos designed for your lifestyle, your challenges, and your goals. And if this topic hits close to home, show your support by liking this video. Comment 1 if you find this video helpful, or tell us what you're currently struggling with in the comments. I read every message. Your story could help another man realize he's not alone either. Let's get started. Most men over 60 think that declining intimacy, balance issues, or numbness are just part of getting older. But science says otherwise. The first 60 minutes after waking set the tone for your body's vascular and nervous system response for the entire day. According to the Cleveland Clinic, poor circulation is a leading cause of erectile dysfunction in men over 60, even more so than declining testosterone. And yet, very few men realize that their daily breakfast routine could be setting the stage for failure or for performance. Here's what happens. While you're asleep, your body is fasting. Blood sugar is low. Cortisol, your stress hormone, is elevated. Your blood vessels are more sensitive. When you break that fast with a meal loaded with sugar, white flour, or processed meat, it can trigger inflammation that restricts blood flow and worsens nerve sensitivity. Worse, skipping breakfast entirely, which many older men do, only prolongs this high cortisol state. Your body doesn't get the signal that it's time to circulate, energize, and activate. The result? Muscles in your pelvic area stay undernourished. Blood flow remains limited, and the body doesn't prioritize arousal because it's still in survival mode. Now let's flip the script. When you give your body a breakfast rich in nutrients that boost nitric oxide, reduce inflammation, and support hormone balance, something amazing happens. Your arteries relax. Your blood flows more freely. The nerves in your lower body become more responsive. This matters because the pelvic floor muscles, often overlooked, are essential for everything from maintaining erections to controlling urination to stabilizing your hips and core. These muscles need circulation, nutrients, and stimulation first thing in the morning to stay strong. I once had a patient, Roger, 68, who hadn't had a strong morning response in over a year. He had chalked it up to age. But after adjusting his breakfast for just 2 weeks, including adding a small bowl of plain yogurt, some berries, and skipping the toast, he called me and said, "Doc, I feel like something's turning back on." The truth is, your body is capable of far more than you think. It just needs the right conditions. and your first meal of the day sets that tone. Let's kick off the recovery foods with something surprisingly simple: plain yogurt. Yes, that humble container in the fridge might not look like a powerhouse, but it's one of the most effective tools I recommend to older men who want to improve lower body strength and blood flow. Why? Because plain yogurt checks three key boxes. It's loaded with probiotics that reduce inflammation. It delivers high-quality protein to support muscle repair. It's a great source of calcium, which helps pelvic muscles contract and support erections. Let's break this down. First, inflammation is a major driver of blood vessel stiffness. As we age, microinflammation builds up in the lining of our arteries, especially in the smaller vessels that lead to the groin. Probiotics in plain yogurt help restore balance in the gut microbiome, which in turn lowers systemic inflammation and helps your blood vessels relax. Second, muscle loss, especially in the pelvic floor, is a hidden factor in declining sexual function. The pelvic muscles support the bladder, bowel, and yes, sexual function. Without enough protein in the morning, those muscles weaken day by day. A serving of plain yogurt in the morning gives them what they need to stay firm and functional. Finally, calcium in yogurt is crucial for muscle contractions, not just in your arms and legs, but in the small, deep muscles that affect control and sensation below the waist. If those muscles aren't firing right, performance drops. I remember one of my patients, James, 65, who was frustrated about not having a morning erection for over 2 years. He was healthy otherwise, didn't smoke, stayed active, even ate fairly well. But he never ate breakfast. When we added just one bowl of plain yogurt with a drizzle of raw honey to his morning routine, he called me 3 weeks later stunned. "Doc," he said, "I woke up today and felt like I was 40 again." Now, I'm not saying yogurt is magic. It won't solve everything overnight. But it is one of the easiest, most natural ways to begin restoring your body's internal balance, especially when eaten consistently. And yes, go for plain yogurt, not the fruit on the bottom or dessert-like varieties. Look for low-sugar or unsweetened options with live active cultures. Greek yogurt works too. It has more protein per serving. Pair it with a few berries, a handful of seeds, or even a teaspoon of raw honey if you need a touch of sweetness. But keep it real and keep it simple. One more thing, if you've been on antibiotics recently, your gut bacteria may be off balance. Yogurt can help you rebuild that friendly flora, which influences everything from mood to digestion to, yes, circulation. So, quick recap. Plain yogurt lowers inflammation. It provides protein for pelvic muscle strength. It supports nerve signaling and blood vessel health. And it takes less than 2 minutes to prepare. Now, we'll introduce a surprising breakfast combo that cleans your arteries and fuels your performance naturally. One of the most underrated, yet powerful breakfast combinations for older men: quinoa and almonds. Individually, these two are already nutritional champions. Together, they create a synergy that promotes blood flow, fuels endurance, and keeps your arteries clean, including the ones that serve your lower body. Quinoa is a gluten-free, high-fiber grain packed with plant protein and essential minerals like magnesium and potassium. These two minerals are key players in blood vessel health. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels, improving circulation, while potassium helps regulate blood pressure and prevents stiffness in arterial walls. Quinoa also contains L-arginine, a precursor to nitric oxide, the molecule your body uses to dilate blood vessels and improve flow. This is the same pathway that many ED medications target, except quinoa does it naturally, from the inside out. Now pair that with almonds. Almonds are rich in vitamin E, healthy monounsaturated fats, and antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. That's crucial because inflammation is what clogs and narrows arteries over time, and it starts silently, long before symptoms show up. In fact, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who ate nuts regularly had better endothelial function. That's the technical term for how well your blood vessels expand and contract. I had a patient named Robert, age 69. He came to me with classic complaints: low energy, cold feet, difficulty maintaining an erection. Breakfast was just toast and butter. We switched it up: half a cup of warm quinoa, a sprinkle of cinnamon, sliced almonds, and a few blueberries. After 3 weeks, Robert came back in with a smile I hadn't seen before. "Doc, I'm climbing stairs again. I even dusted off the treadmill," he joked. But it's no joke, the effects of proper circulation touch everything: how you move, how you think, and how you connect. Here's the beauty of this combo. It's plant-based, so it's heart-friendly. It's high in magnesium and potassium for vascular support. It delivers protein and healthy fats to sustain energy. It's easy to prep: cook quinoa ahead and store it in the fridge. For an added bonus, toss in some blueberries or pomegranate seeds. Both are rich in polyphenols that further enhance blood vessel flexibility. Some men worry quinoa sounds too exotic or complicated. It's not. Think of it like oatmeal's more powerful cousin: nutty, fluffy, and way more nutrient-dense. The key is consistency. Eat this breakfast 3-4 times per week, and your body will begin to thank you, not just with better energy, but with better performance where it matters. Coming up next, we'll spotlight a fruit that acts like nature's Viagra, without a fruit that's not only vibrant and delicious, but might just be the most underrated performance booster nature ever made: pomegranate. I call this the bedroom fruit for a reason. Because when it comes to improving blood flow, especially where it counts, few foods work as quickly or as effectively as pomegranate. Let's look at why. Pomegranate is packed with polyphenols, a group of powerful plant compounds that increase nitric oxide levels in the body. Remember nitric oxide. It's the molecule that helps your blood vessels relax and expand, improving circulation from head to toe. A study from the University of California found that pomegranate juice increased blood flow and improved erectile function in 47% of men who drank it daily for 4 weeks. That's not a small number. Another clinical trial published in International Journal of Impotence Research showed similar results. Men experienced improved blood vessel responsiveness and better sexual performance after drinking pomegranate juice regularly. But that's not all. Pomegranate also contains anthocyanins and flavonoids, antioxidants that help repair blood vessel walls and protect against oxidative damage. That's critical for men over 60, when arterial damage tends to build up silently. I had a patient, Michael, age 63, who came to me frustrated. "Doc," he said, "I still feel young in my head, but my body's not cooperating." We looked at his diet. No breakfast, just coffee. I recommended he start every morning with a small glass of pure pomegranate juice, or better yet, half a cup of fresh seeds. 3 weeks later, Michael was grinning. "It's weird," he said. "I'm not just more energized, I'm actually feeling things again down there." That's the power of real food, supporting your real biology. Here's how to make it work for you. Drink 4-6 ounces of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice first thing in the morning before coffee or food. Or eat half a cup of fresh pomegranate seeds with your breakfast. Avoid juices with added sugar or pomegranate blends. You can also toss the seeds into plain yogurt or sprinkle them over warm quinoa. That's a double dose of circulation support in one bite. Worried about sugar? Don't be. Pomegranate has a low glycemic index, meaning it won't spike your blood sugar like orange juice or sugary cereals. And yes, women benefit from it too, but for men over 60 looking to restore vitality below the belt, this one's a no-brainer. So to recap, pomegranate increases nitric oxide naturally. It improves blood flow to the groin area. It's backed by real science and clinical results. It works fast, often in under a month. If you think breakfast has to be complicated to be effective, think again. Because one of the simplest, most effective combos I've seen over the years for men over 60. A creamy, versatile food that helps stabilize nerves, fuel muscles, and support stamina. And most guys already have it in their kitchen. Half an avocado and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. Sounds basic, right? But the science behind it is anything but. This duo doesn't just help with cholesterol or inflammation. It plays a critical role in maintaining energy, balance, and lower body strength. The things we stop noticing until they're missing. Let's start with avocado. Rich in monounsaturated fats and potassium, avocado helps keep blood vessels flexible and supports muscle contraction. This matters especially for men whose legs feel heavy in the morning or who struggle with groin tension or numbness. Unlike sugary breakfasts that spike and crash your energy, avocado gives you a steady fuel that nourishes circulation below the belt. Now let's talk about olive oil. The kind you want is extra virgin, cold-pressed, unrefined, and preferably in a dark glass bottle. Why? Because that's where the anti-inflammatory compounds live. Polyphenols and oleic acid found in extra virgin olive oil are shown in studies, including one in the New England Journal of Medicine, to support vascular health and even reduce the risk of stroke. When paired together, these two foods form a foundation for what I call functional energy, the kind your body uses to maintain blood flow, stabilize nerves, and prevent muscle loss. Let me give you a real-world example. One of my patients, Greg, 69, used to wake up with tingling legs and stiffness around his hips. He thought it was just old age. We swapped his morning muffin and juice routine for a sliced avocado, olive oil, and a boiled egg. Within 2 weeks, he said he felt more grounded, literally. "Doc, I didn't think food could fix this, but I can actually walk to the mailbox again without wobbling." And that's the real story here. These foods aren't magic. They simply give your body the raw materials it needs to do what it's been trying to do all along: stabilize, heal, and perform. So how can you make this easy? Slice half an avocado on a plate. Drizzle 1-2 teaspoons of high-quality olive oil. Add a pinch of sea salt, black pepper, or even chili flakes. Pair with a poached egg or a slice of whole grain toast if you like. Eat it slowly. Give your body time to absorb it. And most importantly, make it a habit. Because breakfast isn't just about calories, it's about communication. It's how you tell your body, we're still in this fight, and we're going to give you what you need. One more note. If you're worried about fats, don't be. Both avocado and olive oil are sources of healthy fat, not the kind that clogs your arteries, but the kind your heart, brain, and reproductive system actually thrive on. So tomorrow morning, don't reach for the toaster or skip breakfast altogether. Reach for something that fuels performance where it counts and tells your body you're ready to show up. Coming up next, a final food that's tiny, dark, and bursting with benefits for circulation and muscle health. But most men are completely overlooking it. Blackberries. Though they often fly under the radar compared to blueberries or strawberries, blackberries are uniquely suited to support testosterone regulation, nerve sensitivity, and vascular strength, all vital for male vitality. One of the key reasons lies in their high anthocyanin content. These natural plant pigments don't just give blackberries their signature dark purple color. They also have powerful effects on blood vessel elasticity. But what exactly are anthocyanins? Anthocyanins are a type of flavonoid, which are compounds found in plants known for their antioxidant properties. These pigments are responsible for the rich colors of many berries, especially blackberries, and they play an essential role in fighting oxidative stress and inflammation in the body. For men over 60, this is especially important. As we age, blood vessels naturally lose flexibility, circulation slows, and oxidative damage increases. Anthocyanins combat this by enhancing nitric oxide production and supporting endothelial function, both of which are crucial for healthy erections and consistent energy levels. Unlike some foods that require dental strength to chew, blackberries are soft, juicy, and naturally easy to eat, whether fresh or thawed from frozen. They're an excellent option even for seniors with dental sensitivities. Here are some simple and practical ways to use blackberries that work particularly well for people over 60. Morning yogurt bowl. Add a generous handful of fresh or thawed blackberries to plain Greek yogurt. Top with a few walnuts or pumpkin seeds for healthy fats and a slight crunch. Drizzle with a teaspoon of honey if you prefer a touch of sweetness. Warm oatmeal mix-in. Blackberries pair wonderfully with steel-cut oats or old-fashioned oatmeal. Add them toward the end of cooking so they stay juicy but soft. This combination supports digestion and provides lasting energy. Smoothie booster. Blend blackberries with half a banana, a handful of spinach, some chia seeds, and unsweetened almond milk. It's easy to drink, gentle on digestion and nutrient-dense, perfect for busy or low-appetite mornings. Simple side bowl. Keep a small dish of thawed blackberries on the side of your breakfast plate. Even as a standalone fruit, they pack a ton of health benefits. Let me share a story. One of my patients, Henry, age 70, had been dealing with brain fog and reduced sensitivity in his lower body. Rather than overhaul everything, we began with one small change, adding blackberries to his morning yogurt. Within 3 weeks, he reported improved clarity, more energy, and even stronger morning responses. "It's like I've got better circulation and a better attitude," he told me. Blackberries also help boost nitric oxide production, the same molecule targeted by common ED medications. But in this case, your body generates it naturally from food. This means fewer side effects, better long-term support, and real physiological impact. Of course, blackberries aren't magic. They work best as part of a balanced lifestyle. Consistent breakfast, hydration, light physical activity, and smart sleep habits all play a role. To sum up, blackberries contain more anthocyanins than most other berries. They support hormone balance, nerve function, and vascular flexibility. They're soft and versatile, ideal for any breakfast routine. And they taste great, which makes it easy to stick with them long-term. Try them tomorrow. And if you've already made blackberries part of your morning routine, share your favorite recipe or combo in the comments. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Senior Life Plus, and tap that bell so you don't miss our next health tip. Because reclaiming your strength doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it starts with a handful of blackberries. Now that we've gone over what to eat, let's talk about what to avoid. Because just as some foods fuel your blood flow and hormone health, others quietly sabotage it. Let's call this the red list. 4 common items many men over 60 consume without a second thought, and yet each one plays a role in weakening circulation, stiffening blood vessels, or throwing off insulin balance. 1. Bacon and processed meats. It may be a breakfast staple, but bacon, along with sausage and deli meats, is loaded with sodium and nitrates. High sodium levels lead to water retention, increased blood pressure, and eventually, blood vessel damage. Nitrates, used as preservatives, have been linked to reduced nitric oxide availability, the exact molecule you need for strong blood flow and healthy erections. 2. Sugary breakfast cereals. They're colorful, they crunch, and they send your blood sugar soaring. Most boxed cereals, even ones labeled heart healthy, are high in added sugars and low in actual nutrition. The rapid spike in glucose leads to an equally fast crash, leaving you tired, foggy, and with constricted blood vessels. 3. Margarine and trans fats. Margarine was once considered a healthy butter substitute. Today we know better. Many margarine products are loaded with trans fats, artificially produced fats that not only clog arteries but directly damage the inner lining of your blood vessels. They also lower HDL, good, cholesterol and increase LDL, bad cholesterol, a double hit to your heart and groin. 4. Packaged orange juice. Seems healthy, right? But boxed or bottled orange juice is often stripped of fiber and loaded with fructose. This concentrated sugar spikes insulin and contributes to insulin resistance. one of the root causes of erectile dysfunction. Without the fiber to slow absorption, your liver gets overwhelmed and stores more fat, including around the organs that regulate hormones. So what's the fix? It starts with what I call the forgotten formula, 2 simple habits that boost results from everything we've talked about. Hydration plus gentle movement. Here's a common mistake: waking up, grabbing coffee, and skipping water. The problem: coffee is a vasoconstrictor. It narrows blood vessels, especially when your body is still dehydrated from sleep. Instead, start your day with 8–12 ounces of warm water. Research published by the European Society of Cardiology found that drinking water first thing in the morning helps thin the blood and gently wake up your circulatory system. Think of it as giving your heart and vessels a morning stretch. Then, before breakfast, take 3–5 minutes for light movement. This could be gentle pelvic floor contractions, aka Kegels, marching in place or lifting knees, deep breathing with slow arm stretches. These activities do 3 powerful things. They activate circulation, stimulate nerve signaling, and increase insulin sensitivity, all without breaking a sweat. To wrap this up, here are 3 sample breakfasts you can prep in under 5 minutes, fully supportive of lower body circulation, hormone balance, and energy. 1. Greek yogurt with blackberries and walnuts. 1 cup plain Greek yogurt. A ½ cup fresh or thawed blackberries. A handful of crushed walnuts. Optional, drizzle of raw honey. 2. Warm quinoa bowl with almonds and blueberries. A ½ cup cooked quinoa, reheat if prepped ahead. A sprinkle of cinnamon. Handful of sliced almonds and blueberries. Optional, splash of unsweetened almond milk. 3. Avocado toast with egg and spinach. 1 slice whole grain toast. A half avocado mashed. 1 boiled or poached egg. Handful of sautéed spinach or baby greens. These meals are nutrient-rich, low in added sugar, and designed to work with your body, not against it. Remember, your morning habits either build your vitality or drain it. And with the right tools, like avoiding hidden circulatory saboteurs and prioritizing hydration and motion, you give yourself the best chance to stay strong, energized, and connected. If you've made any of these changes already, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. What's been working for you? What's still a struggle? And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe to Senior Life Plus, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with someone you care about. Because every morning is a chance to rebuild, and it starts with what you choose to put and not put on your plate. Thank you for watching, and see you next video.